Welcome back, family. You know what I need y'all guys to do. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me, guys. My channel is growing. Despise not small beginnings. You understand? Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Comment, family. I'm trying to get into the YouTube algorithm. YouTube tripping sometime, but I'm going to keep peddling it anyway. Support my channel by going to the Cash App, guys, and donating there. It's $Drummer1980. I do appreciate you in advance. You also can support my channel by clicking on the super thanks located under the video, guys. Donating there as well. And like how I tell each and every one of y'all, I do appreciate you tenfolds over, hands down. I'm proud that you're rocking with me. Well, guys, I'm back again. I know you missed me, but sometimes you have to do what you have to do to get to where you need to be. Family, I'm your gracious host, Drummer Boy 1980, hailing from the Carolinas. Columbia, South Carolina to be exact. I hope you're having a good day today. If not, you know the old adage, ask yourself why you're not having a good day. And remember this, happiness is an inside job and it will always be an internal forever. Guys, we back today again. I'm refreshed. And we're going to get to our meat and potatoes of this video. But let's do some house cleaning, okay? Have anybody seen Amar'e Stoudemire? The ex-basketball player, guys. The ex-basketball player.
I woke up, man, this morning with some disturbing news out of Israel. That Hamas is kidnapping children, putting them in cages, killing women, killing the elderly. That's some coward shit. That's cowardly. And for all y'all Black Lives Matter who ain't saying nothing, well, let me figure out exactly what happened before I say anything. Figure out what? It ain't never been cool to kidnap kids and put them in cages.
He gets on there and he said F black people, basically. He said BLM, which is not a black organization, by the way. That's a false narrative. That's a lie. Whenever that you follow the money back, it goes right back to the people that fund it. And if y'all don't understand that, you need to do some research, all right? But Black Lives Matter was just a slogan, okay? And some people got paid off that. A lot of people got paid off that. It's crazy that people miss the crux of the matter. Black Lives Matter is not and will never be a black organization, all right? They made those lesbians the face. And yes, they did wrong. But they stole like what, $9 or $10 million? Okay. But what happened to the other 90 million? See, that's what people don't want to talk about. You see how stupid people are? Focus on the 9 million and they 90 million gone, unaccounted for. Just vanish. So I said all that to say this. Whenever he say Black Lives Matter, those was a lot of liberal people out there marching. A lot of people that was, doing things during the pandemic and all that. People just wanted to get out of the house, but it never was grassroots. Do anybody hear me? It never was grassroots. So Amar'e Stoudemire is literally talking out the side of his neck. He don't even know what he's talking about. See, that's what we call shucking and jiving, guys. You understand that? That's what we call that, shucking and jiving. Because he know what he's saying is false, but he get out there and tote water for the dominant society anywhere. And besides, do anybody know what those people call you over there whenever that you read the Talmud? Because they don't pick up the Bible, they pick up something called the Talmud. I know most of y'all don't know this. It has a name in there for you. It starts with a G. Do anybody know what the leader over there a few years called you? Monkeys. Do anybody know what they was doing to black women over there? Do anybody know? I'm just asking a question. They were sterilizing them without their knowledge. Just like here in North Carolina, they was doing the same thing. In certain parts of the United States, they was doing the same thing, sterilizing women without their knowledge. I bet you didn't know that, huh? Uh-huh. Do anybody know that? Do anybody know what they do to the Ethiopian Jews over there? Won't even allow them in. I'm not going to go too far. Because I know what the situation is. But Revelations 2:9 tells me something. Do anybody want to go look that up? Revelations 2:9? Okay. But Stoudemire, we are not the muse of society. Guys, isn't it ironic? Just think about this. And I'm about to move on. Now, I want you to put your thinking cap on. Why are people so obsessed with whether we support something or speaking out? Or out of all the billions, 7 or 8 billion people on earth, why do we have to say something about it? See, you don't know who you are. I'm trying to tell y'all, but y'all think that drummer just be talking. Oh, drummer tell the truth. Whether it hurts me, whether it offends me, whether it's against me, whatever the case is, drummer go tell the truth regardless. When everybody figure it out, which I don't figure it out because all it takes is just a sound mind person to just sit down and just start combing through history. Start putting 1 and 1 together. 1 and 1 will go always be 2. But some people try to bend the rules and try to make it 3, 4, 5. Or whatever that they dream it to be up in their mind, right? Mm-hmm. But you're going to figure out, why do everybody want us to fight for you all the time? That sound like that. I better not say that. Everybody want to ride on your coattail all the time. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Want to take hip hop. Want to take jazz. Want to take rock and roll. Want to take your patents. Want to take your identity. Need I say more? But moving right along, I'm going to call your attention to the screen because I got a clip right here that a pastor was talking, and he really broke down something. And let's see whether that y'all agree with him or not. All right? I'm going to call your attention to the screen, guys.
I'm so sick of women talking about all he wants is sex. What you thought we was here for? A man does not want sex. A man needs sex.
Yeah, right.
And there's a difference. For 1 milliliter of sperm is between 50 and 200 million sperm cells in 1 milliliter. The potential between 50 million and 200 million people swimming around in 1 milliliter.
Come on.
And God has created a man to expel that seed. Furthermore, it's the woman who will take a hiatus off every month from sex, not the man. A man can stay on from the time he lived to the time he died. What I'm trying to tell you is, if you put a worm in the water, if you put a hook in the water, you don't put no worm on it, you don't get no fish.
Come on.
You know what God put on y'all? Breasts, booties, thighs, lips. That's the worm on the hook. We see when you see you. Ain't no man in history ever saw a woman across the room and said, oh my God, her heart is sparkling. Every man is attracted to a woman sexually. Uh-oh. It's your job to show him that it's more to you than what's on the hook. It's your job to show him that you got something in between your ears. It's your job to show him that you're not as easy like everybody else. How do y'all want us to do the work for you? I just want a man to see me for my inside, but you're going to be waiting for the rest of your fool life, because ain't no man going to see you for your inside till you show him the inside. We are attracted to a woman for what we see. Period, point blank. Get over it. Y'all come out slinky, paste this on here and all this stuff, and then don't want nobody to look at you, don't want nobody to sexually objectify you. Why? Amen. What you thought we was gonna do? What you put it on for if you didn't want to be objectified? If you don't want to be identified by your breast and your tail and all that stuff, they do. What are you advertising it? And then get mad when we put up to the ball on the body. A man's not naturally sensitive to your feelings anyway. So he want what he can get from you anyway. Amen. So you'll go do it. Now it's all about liberation and about freedom of expression. What are you expressing? Exactly. Come on, I'm tired of y'all lying to yourself. I guess for me, you dress like that for you lie. And if you dress like that for you, that means you go sleep like that. You ain't snatching all over up in the bed. That would be for you. You ain't in the bed snatched up. Am I right about it, lady? What's makeup for if it ain't to attract somebody else. Why y'all not talking to me? But you gonna cover up your pimple scar and everything that makes you unattractive? Why y'all not saying that? Why you gonna cover everything up, tie everything down, everything just perfect? You step out the house, now you don't want to be objectified. You don't sit down somewhere.
Don't kill me. I didn't say it. But I must say that I do agree with 99% of the things that he said. The good pastor was telling the truth, nothing but the truth. So help God. Oh, God, yes. Well, let's go in for about 5 minutes. Let's get to it. The way that a woman dresses speaks volumes in so many ways. And I know y'all, well, it shouldn't be like that. Well, well, water shouldn't be wet, but it is. So it is what it is. You have to deal with what I call what is reality. You can't deal with what you wish it or what you hope it to be. No, you have to deal with what's there presently, all right? So what you put on matters, whether it's your work attire, whether it's your casual attire, whether it's your workout attire, whatever it is. And people try to make excuses. Well, I was in the gym. Well, that still don't make no difference. That still don't make no difference. But anywho, so if you see a woman and she have a cleavage out, tattoos up on her breasticles, a shirt that's cut high with her belly button out, with a piercing or something, got tattoos up on her stomach or somewhere up on the side. Most men, now I said most, and I know y'all gonna have a fit when you hear it, but I don't care, don't you? Most men, whenever they look at that woman, they don't see wife. What they see is sex. She's probably good in bed, because that tells a man that she's unstable. She's off a little bit. She have to be. I know y'all don't like that. She's probably good in bed. There is nothing wrong with good in bed within the confines of marriage watching. Oh, my ideology is Trump tied. I'm not going to go back on something unless I find it to be faulty. Then I will go back and make the course correction where it's necessary at. I will go back and correct myself if I'm wrong on something. I will literally get on here on a public platform and say, I found some new information. So this here is what I'm going with now, because I was wrong, or either I found something better, and this here is what I'm doing. That's how I get down. That's how you progress in life. So women, whenever that a man tells you something, not just one man, but many men, 50 Cent, many men, whenever that you hear men talking with one voice in concert, you might want to pay attention to that. See, but what happening is they watching TV and they thinking the things on TV is real and that's feasible. It could happen. It could possibly happen. But you see what comes with being with the Offset, don't you? Cheating allegations, all this stuff. You see what come with being with a Future, don't you? You see that? And if that is the way you want to live, that's fine with me. I ain't got no problem with it. Because what you eat don't make me go to the bathroom now. So I really don't care. But you hear how they complain. Black men ain't no good. Look at the way you're dressing. Look at your mindset. Your mindset. You can choose to walk around naked. You can choose that. But you're probably not going to get the desired outcome that you were seeking. You're probably not going to get that. Nah, watch this. The type of men that usually like to have trophy girlfriends and trophy wives and all this stuff, whenever that woman start to accumulate miles, his eyes start to wander, if they aren't wondering already. Because usually a guy with that type of ideology, he's visual. And guess what? They go always be somebody that's better than you. Like they always gonna be somebody that have more money than you have. The same thing. So if that's the type of man that you talking about, that you hooked up with, okay, go ahead. But just brace yourself for the heartache and pain that comes along with it. You should want to be a virtuous woman, a woman that's respected. See, and you think sexiness and being slutty and showing it off, that's what gets you attention. And you are right, it does get you attention, a whole lot of it. But how many stay? How many worthwhile stay though? That's the question. I know women with bad bodies throughout high school, in college, into their late 20s to 30s. But their mindset, no guy didn't want to be with them. They have kids or have a child. No guy don't want to commit to her. Not the type of man that she wants, because in her viewpoint, that she's still the same woman, not to us. A woman can look good at 40, look real good at 40. I know y'all will get upset, but if I'm 40 years old and you 40 years old and I have my ducks in a row and I meet you for the first time, you're going to have to be something that is just undeniable. Because what I want the 25-year-old version of you, or the 28-year-old version of you, or the 30-year-old version of you, not the 40-year-old version of you. Because a lot of times people be setting in their ways, they mouthy. You can't explain things to them, or they have so much difficulty trying to understand it, and you have to tell them 4, 5, 6 times over. It's like dealing with children, man. It is. And that's just the truth of the matter. So what the pastor said was true. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. And the pastor was right. A drop of semen, it's millions upon millions of sperm in there, right? A man's testicles are like a curse almost. He have to get it out. He have to get it out. Oh God. And his body produces so much sperm every day, every single day, until that he's probably close to death. Because I know men that was like, I know a man that had a baby at like 75 or 80. Yeah, in real life. And the woman was like 30 something. Mm-hmm. Yep. Ladies, what you have to realize is whenever a man commits to you, that man cuts off all of his options. You ever heard the old cliche that all men are dogs? I believe that all men have dogs in them now. Yes. But I also think all women have whores in them too. Oh, God. You heard me, don't you? I really believe. But it's easier for a woman to turn men down, I think, versus a man turning women down. I think it's a tad bit easier for a woman to do so, because a woman, she can't just let everybody jump up on her and do all of those things, because it's dangerous to her body. Because everything is inward. But a man, everything is on the outside. A man can literally have sex 3 or 4 times a week with different women and don't never think about those women again. That's just the way we set up. So you have to actually cut that part of you off, or you have to get that under control. Because if not, you have kids every which way. But I do agree with the pastor. Women, dress properly. Well, no, I'm not going to even say that. I'm going to just say, get your mind right. Because everything starts internally anyway, right? Everything starts with the mind. So once you get that mind right, everything else will follow suit. And your attitude is right, because you can't convince me. Ain't nobody can convince me. If you are truly what you say you are, a good woman, and it shows and it radiates upon the outside, oh, somebody going to be attracted to you. Now, the type of man you want versus the type of man that you need might be slightly different. Now, sometimes he might be the same. But some of y'all are too puffed up into yourself. You think higher than you ought to about yourself. So therefore, your viewpoint or your vantage point of self is such, inflation is higher than it ought to be. Because you was told, oh girl, you fine, yeah. You might be fine up on the outside, but that attitude might be unbecoming of you though. So that attitude might push people away. That attitude might just, have guys that just want to have sex with you and bounce. That's just the long and the short of it. But what he was saying was true. But I'm going to say start with the inside. Start internally. And everything else will start seeping out. All right? Guys, tell me what you think. Put it in the comments section. And until next time, peace. And remember, there is more.